literally have 30 minutes to get ready, but we're gonna make it work. Hi everyone, I'm Vishali and welcome back to my channel. So I am going to the mall soon, and no, I don't really need anything, but I decided to do a quick get ready with me. And also I got new products. Let's get into it. I think I'm gonna be doing a clean, dewy look for today. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I do my makeup, I let the makeup speak to me. The makeup chooses me. I don't choose the makeup. Also, I wanted this video to be more raw because I realized that I talk to myself way too much for me not to talk on camera, if that makes sense. And I've been having a few revelations recently, so I thought might as well turn on the camera, film and get ready with me. And yes, I will be oversharing, but you know what? Let's get into it. The one product that I bought that I'm really excited to use, and honestly I have been using, is this. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and I feel like recently I've been leaning in towards more serum foundations than like matte heavy foundations because first of all, it's winter and my skin is combination skin, so if I pack powders on, it gets dry throughout the day. So I try not to do that. But yeah, since it's wintertime, I'm trying to go towards more moisturizing foundations that give a natural finish because I don't want to be looking crusty and dusty in the streets of New York. Okay, so what has been going on in the life of me? Well, for starters, I was an impromptu hand model last week, and I know that's so random, but let me just get into that first and foremost because I thought that was so funny. Last week okay, let me give some background information. I'm currently an intern at a PR agency, which by the way I have been enjoying so much, and I never thought that I would get into PR. Like when I was in college, the thought passed my mind because I majored in marketing, so I was like, what can I do with that degree? And PR was definitely one of them, and it's literally been fun and games. Like it's been fun and games, and I actually really enjoy what I'm doing, which I think is a privilege because I know and I understand that there are people in this world that don't like their job. There was a photo shoot in the Hamptons where they needed a hand model, and your girl was a hand model. So once the photos are released, I will share them with y'all, but it was really exciting. We shot in this, like, I don't know, rich housewife's house, and it was fun. It was really great, and I never thought that I would be doing what I was doing at that very moment in time. But yeah, that's been happening, and that's been really exciting. As someone who is in her early 20s, I have been focusing a lot on getting my act together. Like literally getting my act together. As it turns out, like who would have thunk it, there's a lot of things that I don't know about myself, and I think that as time passes by, I begin to realize all those things that I don't know about myself, because I feel like I'm a strong believer that everyone has their own experiences. I think that is a universal truth, and while we share very similar feelings, like we all know what heartbreak feels like, and we all know, unless you don't, I don't know, like maybe you never got your heart broken, like I don't know, we all know what it feels like to be in love, to have friends and a community that you really enjoy. Like those are, I think, our universal feelings that bring happiness and bliss, but I am a firm believer that everyone's experience is their own. So you might feel happy and in love, but that experience that you're having is not the same experience that someone else is having, even though the root feeling of happiness and in love is the same. Am I making sense? I feel like recently I've been having a lot of experiences that I have never experienced before. You know that like sound bit from the Kardashians?
Experience it. You always say I want to experience things, but I don't think you actually want to experience things because you would experience it if you wanted to experience it.
That's how I feel right now. And honestly, the Kardashians were onto something. For concealer, I'm using Tower 28, which I think was trending on TikTok a while ago. But guys, this concealer is actually really good. I think they call it like a serum concealer, and it's really, really good. And for someone whose under eye creases a lot, this has been really helpful. Going in with banana powder. This one's by Black Radiance. They have a lot of good products. Check them out. I feel like I've been going through things that are so new, and I think that because these experiences are new, it's very, I don't want to say it's difficult to handle, but I would definitely say it is making me feel things in a very profound way. And by the way, I am a post-grad student, and I'm a firm believer that post-grad experience is kind of crazy. Like, post-grad experience for me at least has been very tumultuous, to say the least. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I am not in the same environment that I used to be. Like, my best friend is not next door anymore. She in fact is across the states. It's just it's like a time where everything is just new, and I think that is why everything that's happening is profound on that level, because it's just new things. Like, for example, going to the Hamptons to hand model, like, that was new, and I genuinely enjoyed it. It's just an experience that I never had before, and within that there is so much more to unpack. Anyways, all that to say, being in your early 20s is a very interesting, confusing, and beautiful time in your life. I just applied a little bit of concealer, and even though this is water-based and a serum concealer, it actually has pretty good coverage. I've been thinking about this a lot, but I have realized how important community is for me. I grew up being okay with being alone. Would be home alone, read my little books, study my little words, and I was happy. Throughout my life, my circles have always been small. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I honestly would rather a small circle than a big circle with people that I actually don't like. But I feel like as I get older, I want to expand that community and I want to make more friends. And so I've been working on that recently. Because the truth of the matter is, I really enjoy having friends. Like, I think friendships is one of the most important things to me in my life, and I pride myself on having good friends. So why not have more good friends? I do think, although, that as you get older, when people are like, making friends when you're an adult is harder, I do agree with that to a certain extent. I think that when you are older, also I'm not baking that much because it's cold outside and I can't, or else my skin will be screaming for water. But as I was saying, I feel like as you do get older, it definitely is more difficult to find people that are like-minded in the sense of sharing similarities, because I think that's how a lot of deep friendships are made. I think my most deepest friendships are with people who have the same values as me, who have the same morals as me, and yeah. And I think when you are in high school and when you are in college, it's easier to find a big group of friends and to make friends because everyone around you has something in common, which is that you guys are part of the same generation or you guys are very similar in age. So even if you have nothing else that ties you together, the fact that you were born around the same time is a starting point. And it's so much easier to meet people, especially in college, because it's like you're really out there. Like everyone's there for the same purpose, and boom, like you could literally talk to the person next to you in class and you have a new friend. But when you get older, not that it doesn't exist anymore, because honestly you could talk to a random stranger on the street and you could become friends. I think the ease of making friends is very subjective. Like you could talk to a random stranger and they could be your friend. Also, I'm going in with the ColourPop bronzer in Silver Strand Beach. But yeah, you could talk to that stranger and they could be your friend. And I think when you do live in a metropolitan city such as New York, it is much easier to make friends than it would be if you lived in a small city or a small town. But I do still think that it is a little more difficult, especially if you're shy, which I feel like I am. And making new friends is definitely one of my goals for 2024, which by the way is literally like a month and a half away, which is kind of crazy to me. Like a month and a half away until the new year. The time is timing. Like the perfect like light contour shade for my tone. I'm obsessed. Also, quick trick is to put contour like right here in this little crevice of your eyes, because it really like it's giving impromptu facelift, if you want me to be honest. So yes. What other goals for 2024? I definitely want to post more, because honestly editing videos is really fun to me. Like I could sit there and edit videos for hours, and actually in fact I have done it before. It's just a matter of uploading and posting. But you know what, I'm trying. I think it's so important to make goals for yourself, and honestly not even for the new year. I mean in general, like it could be a random Tuesday and you can make goals for yourself. I do think that it's easier to make goals when there is a start of something new, like a new week or a new month or a new year. And there definitely is a term in psychology that justifies that. I just can't remember it right now. But I think that it's also important to get into the habits of reminding yourself of your goals, and also setting them frequently. Even setting goals on a daily basis is really progressive, I think, and will make a difference. Like setting a goal to go to the gym in the morning, or setting a goal to cook for yourself. They're all really helpful. I want to travel more, and I have traveled quite frequently in my life, which I am so grateful for. And I think that I need to make time to travel more, because traveling is so exciting and fun. And I think every time you travel, you just learn something new about yourself. And I love that. I love unpacking new things about myself. Although it's scary sometimes, I'll be honest. Like recently, I learned that I romanticize love. And you know what? We're about to get real deep here. So yeah, like I recently learned that I am someone that romanticizes love. I am a lover girl at heart, but I've realized that love, sometimes it's hard as frig. I don't mean like, I know a lot of people are like, love is supposed to be easy and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it is. Okay, I know I just contradicted myself, but let me explain. I think love is supposed to be easy in terms of how you feel. Like love is a very strong feeling. So when you feel it, you'll know it. And in that sense, it's supposed to be easy. If you love someone else, things are like, you're supposed to understand them, and you're supposed to communicate, and you're supposed to do all of these things. But what I've learned is, times it's hard to do the things that love requires you to do. Like, talking about your feelings, it's hard sometimes. I struggle sometimes talking about my feelings, especially when the feelings are not good. And that's what I mean when I say love is hard, because sometimes talking about feelings and all that stuff is hard, and that is something that I've learned very recently. But you know what? It is all in the process of growth. I think it's one of those things that everyone has to learn at one point in their lives. But guys, look at my skin. I'm telling you, that NARS foundation is worth it. Oh my god, why? I want to know why there's a helicopter circling my building. Like, what is going? No, because like, is there a felon that's running around this block for the helicopter to be circling me like this? I'm gonna try my best to talk over this helicopter right now that's decided to make a home above my apartment. I'm gonna be using the Benefit Skin Tint, which I love so much. I think it's the perfect shade of like rosy pink, and also when you use it as blush, it gives your skin like a dewy glow, which I am here for. Continuing on my goals, one of my goals is actually to make more content, like I mentioned before, but also to be more expressive in the content that I make. I make my outfit videos. I am just talking about the clothes that I've decided to put together, but also there's a personality behind the camera, you know what I mean? I want to make more content where that can be shown, which is why I'm trying to vlog more, and I'm trying to do more get ready with me content and things like that. And I'm actually trying to make time for these things, because I don't know, I feel like there is time and time is there. It's just a matter of what you do with it. We'll see, mate. I'm using this Essence mascara. This was like $5 and it does a lot. Wow, she has lashes. I also got new lip liner, and this is my first time trying brown lip liner. So let's see how it goes. I'm kind of obsessed. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a nude color in the center. And of course, I'm gonna top it off with some gloss. Is this a vibe? I think. Honestly, I was gonna put on lashes, but I kind of don't want to. And here is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and as I mentioned, I do want to make more content like this. So yeah, I will see you in the next one.